It's a really good opportunity to choose a title that had been somewhat used against me for a long part of my life.
In a shocking turn of events, the royal family has made a heartbreaking announcement that has left the world in disbelief. Could this revelation be tied to the shadows of Princess Diana's tragic legacy?
She never said to me that she was angry. I think she was sad that it had got to that point.
Or does it mark another seismic shift for King Charles III's reign? With emotions running high and the public eager for answers, the news raises questions about the monarchy's ability to navigate its tumultuous history while facing an uncertain future. What does this mean for the royal family, and what comes next? King Charles III's life, under scrutiny. King Charles III has lived his entire life in the public eye, a life filled with privilege, duty, scandal, and unrelenting scrutiny. From his earliest days as the longest-serving heir apparent to his recent ascension to the throne, his life has been anything but ordinary. However, no episode has defined his public image more than his tumultuous marriage to Princess Diana and her tragic death in 1997. Theirs was a union that began as a global fairy tale but quickly dissolved into betrayal, tension, and heartbreak. Diana's candid 1995 BBC Panorama interview revealed the cracks within their marriage when she famously said, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded," a direct reference to Charles's ongoing relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles, now Queen Consort. The revelation shocked the world and solidified Diana as the people's princess, while Charles faced immense backlash. When Diana tragically died in a Paris car crash, alongside Dodi Fayed, the world mourned her loss. But questions immediately arose. Was her death truly an accident, as officially stated, with blame placed on a drunk driver and the relentless pursuit of paparazzi? Or did her growing independence, rumored engagement to Dodi, and increasing influence make her a threat to the monarchy? For decades, conspiracy theories have swirled, with some suggesting that powerful forces within the royal family may have acted to silence her. Could these theories have any truth? Or are they simply the result of an unrelenting public fascination with Diana's legacy? For years, Charles remained silent amid these accusations, but recent admissions have added new intrigue to the story. In a rare and emotional statement, reportedly leaked to the media, Charles expressed deep regret for the pain Diana endured during their marriage, calling it one of the greatest sorrows of his life. Yet, while his words have been described as heartfelt, they have also raised questions. Is this an attempt to show accountability? Or is it a calculated move to reshape his public image as king? Diana's death left a lasting impact, not just on the monarchy, but on her 2 sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, who were only 15 and 12 years old at the time. While their shared grief initially brought them closer, their paths have since diverged. William, as the future king, has largely adhered to royal tradition, honoring his mother's legacy quietly through his charitable work and maintaining the dignity expected of a monarch in waiting. In contrast, Harry has taken a far more outspoken approach, openly criticizing the royal family and its treatment of Diana. In his memoir Spare, Harry described his struggles with his mother's death and his anger at both the media and the royal institution, which he believes failed to protect her. His decision to step back from royal duties alongside his wife Meghan Markle has further strained his relationships with both Charles and William, deepening the rift within the family. Meanwhile, Camilla's journey from being vilified as the other woman to becoming Queen Consort has been one of the most remarkable transformations in modern royal history. Though she has worked hard to win public acceptance, for many, Diana's legacy still overshadows her role in the monarchy. As king, Charles faces the monumental challenge of leading a centuries-old institution into a new era while addressing the lingering controversies of its past. The tragic death of Princess Diana.
Confirmation that Diana, Princess of Wales, has in fact been killed in that car accident in Paris just a few hours ago.
The tragic death of Princess Diana on August 31st, 1997, remains one of the most shocking and heartbreaking moments in modern history, leaving the world in mourning and sparking decades of questions and controversy. Diana, often called the People's Princess, was adored globally for her warmth, compassion, and humanitarian work, qualities that set her apart from the traditional royal image. Her marriage to Prince Charles in 1981 was hailed as a fairy tale, but behind the scenes, it was riddled with tension, betrayal, and heartbreak. Diana's candid revelations about her struggles, including her famous 1995 BBC Panorama interview where she said, "There were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded," exposed the cracks in her relationship with Charles, and highlighted the shadow of Camilla Parker Bowles, now Queen Consort. When Diana died in a car crash in Paris, alongside her companion Dodi Fayed, official explanation was that their driver, Henri Paul, who was reportedly intoxicated, lost control of the car while trying to evade paparazzi. But for many, this story left too many unanswered questions. Could it really have been just a tragic accident, or was there more to the story? Theories began to emerge, suggesting that Diana's growing independence, influence, and rumored engagement to Dodi Fayed may have made her a threat to the monarchy. Some even speculated that powerful forces within the royal family or British intelligence might have been involved in orchestrating her death. One of the most chilling pieces of evidence that fueled these theories was the note Diana reportedly wrote, predicting her own death in a car crash, which she believed would be orchestrated by someone close to the royal family. Was Diana's fear based on real threats, or was it simply the paranoia of someone under immense pressure? For decades, King Charles remained silent on these allegations, but recent reports suggest that he has privately expressed deep regret for the pain Diana endured during their marriage, calling it one of the greatest sorrows of his life. While his words may offer some level of reflection, they also raise questions. Is this an attempt to acknowledge the monarchy's responsibility, or is it a way to repair his image as king? Diana's death left an indelible mark on her two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, who were just 15 and 12 at the time. The loss of their mother was devastating, and while it initially united them in grief, it has also shaped their lives in profoundly different ways. William, as the future king, has chosen to honor Diana's legacy quietly, focusing on causes she cared about, such as mental health and homelessness, while maintaining the dignity expected of a royal. Harry, in contrast, has been far more vocal, openly blaming the media and, at times, the royal family for failing to protect Diana. In his memoir Spare, Harry detailed his struggles with her death and his anger at the relentless media intrusion that he believes played a significant role in her demise. His decision to step back from royal duties and move to the United States with his wife Meghan Markle has been widely seen as an effort to escape the same pressures that he believes destroyed his mother. Meanwhile, the public's fascination with Diana has never waned. She remains a symbol of compassion, resilience, and humanity, qualities that made her beloved and continue to inspire people across the globe. The circumstances of her death, however, remain a source of enduring speculation and debate. Official inquests have repeatedly concluded that her death was a tragic accident, caused by gross negligence on the part of the driver and the pursuing paparazzi. But conspiracy theories persist, fueled by inconsistencies, unanswered questions, and Diana's own fears. Could there ever be a definitive answer to what truly happened that night in Paris? Or will the mystery surrounding Diana's death remain as enduring as her legacy? As time goes on, the story of Diana's life and death continues to captivate the world, serving as a reminder of the immense pressures that come with royal life and the human cost of living in the spotlight. Charles's relationship with Diana and Camilla. The relationship between King Charles III, Princess Diana, and Camilla Parker Bowles is one of the most talked about and controversial chapters in royal history, a story of love, betrayal, and heartbreak that has captivated the world for decades. Charles's marriage to Diana in 1981 was celebrated as a fairy tale, but behind the grandeur and public adoration lay a deeply troubled union. From the very beginning, Camilla's presence cast a shadow over their relationship. Diana herself famously revealed in her 1995 BBC Panorama interview that, "There were three of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded," a statement that shocked the world and directly pointed to Charles's enduring bond with Camilla. While Charles and Diana's union produced two beloved sons, Princes William and Harry, the cracks in their marriage became impossible to ignore. Diana's struggles with mental health, the pressures of royal life, and her own feelings of isolation contrasted sharply with Charles's continued closeness to Camilla, creating an emotional chasm between the couple. Over time, the public came to see Diana as the wronged party, a young woman overwhelmed by the weight of royal expectations and betrayed by the very institution she had married into. Camilla, meanwhile, was vilified by many as the other woman. But what was the true nature of Charles's feelings for both women? Was he a man torn between duty and love? Or did his actions reflect a lack of commitment to the role expected of him as Diana's husband and future king? Diana's tragic death in 1997 only deepened the scrutiny surrounding Charles and Camilla's relationship. Her passing left the world mourning the people's princess, a woman who had redefined the role of a royal with her compassion and humanity. The loss of Diana also left Charles with the monumental task of repairing his public image while raising their two young sons. For years, Charles kept his relationship with Camilla out of the spotlight, mindful of the anger and grief that Diana's death had stirred. But by the early 2000s, he began to publicly reintroduce Camilla into his life, culminating in their marriage in 2005. This union marked a turning point in public perception, with many eventually accepting Camilla as a steady presence in Charles's life, and now as queen consort. Yet, for some, the memory of Diana remains an enduring reminder of the pain caused by their relationship. Could public forgiveness for Camilla ever truly erase the hurt that Diana endured? Even today, the legacy of Charles's relationships with Diana and Camilla continues to influence how people view the monarchy. Diana's candidness about the struggles within her marriage, her humanity, and her untimely death have left an indelible mark on royal history, making her a symbol of resilience and vulnerability. Camilla's journey from being one of the most criticized women in Britain to becoming a key figure in the royal family highlights the complexities of public redemption. But what does this story say about Charles himself? As king, he must navigate the weight of these intertwined relationships and the lingering questions they raise about love, duty, and accountability. The impact on Prince William and Prince Harry. The tragic death of Princess Diana in 1997 was a defining moment in the lives of Prince William and Prince Harry, shaping their paths and their relationship with the royal family in ways that continue to resonate today. At just 15 and 12 years old, respectively, the loss of their beloved mother was a devastating blow, thrusting them into grief while under the unrelenting gaze of the public and media. Diana, known for her warmth, compassion, and humanity, had been their anchor, and her absence left a void that would deeply influence their personalities and choices in adulthood. For William, the older of the two and the future king, Diana's death marked the beginning of a life weighed down by duty. He has chosen to channel his mother's legacy through his quiet dedication to causes she cared about, such as mental health, homelessness, and children's welfare. William's approach reflects the stoicism that is expected of a future monarch, but how much of his reserved demeanor stems from the need to protect the monarchy rather than his own personal healing? On the other hand, Harry, the younger and more emotionally expressive brother, has taken a very different path. His response to Diana's death has been far more vocal, openly blaming the relentless media and the royal institution for failing to protect her. In his memoir Spare and numerous interviews, Harry has shared the pain he has carried since losing his mother and his anger at the system he believes contributed to her demise. His decision to step back from royal duties and move to the United States with his wife, Meghan Markle, has been widely interpreted as an effort to escape the same pressures that he believes destroyed Diana. This divergence in how the brothers have dealt with their grief has widened the rift between them, creating a strained relationship that now plays out in the public eye. Can William and Harry ever reconcile, or has their different understanding of Diana's legacy and their roles within the royal family driven an irreparable wedge between them? Meanwhile, the shadow of Diana's death continues to loom over both their lives, influencing not just their personal journeys, but also public perceptions of the monarchy. While William seeks to honor her memory through quiet service, Harry's outspoken criticisms challenge the very institution she was a part of. Their differing paths raise profound questions about how the loss of a parent, coupled with the pressures of royal life, can shape two brothers so differently. Could Diana have been the bridge to keep them united had she lived, or was their separation an inevitable result of their contrasting roles within the family? In the end, Diana's legacy lives on through her sons, but the impact of her life and death has created two very different reflections of her. Their stories are a poignant reminder of the human cost of growing up in the spotlight and the enduring influence of a mother's love and loss. Public and family reactions to Charles's recent admissions. King Charles III's recent admission about his regrets regarding Princess Diana's suffering has stirred a wave of mixed reactions from both the public and his family, reigniting old wounds and sparking new debates. For decades, Charles remained silent on the controversies surrounding Diana's life and tragic death in 1997, a silence that only fueled endless conspiracy theories and public speculation. However, in a rare and emotional moment during a private conversation, later leaked to the media, Charles reportedly expressed deep regret for the pain Diana endured during their ill-fated marriage, calling it one of the greatest sorrows of his life. While he stopped short of addressing conspiracy theories or claiming direct responsibility, his words have triggered divided opinions. For some, this is a step toward accountability, a long overdue acknowledgement of the strain Diana faced as a member of the royal family. For others, it raises questions. Is this a genuine reflection of his remorse, or a calculated effort to rehabilitate his image as king?
Is a moment to reflect on the remarkable journey that our unique family of free and independent nations.
Among the royal family, reactions appear to reflect the growing divide between his sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, whose lives were forever shaped by their mother's tragic passing. William, as the future king, has reportedly supported his father's decision to speak out, but has remained cautious about the potential fallout for the monarchy. Maintaining his characteristic dignity and silence, William continues to focus on carrying forward Diana's legacy through charitable work, particularly in mental health and homelessness, causes she deeply cared about. Harry, on the other hand, has reportedly viewed Charles's admission as a vindication of the feelings he has expressed for years. In his memoir Spare and various interviews, Harry has been open about his anger toward the media and the royal family's failure to protect Diana, which he believes played a role in her untimely death. His more emotional and outspoken reaction to Charles's remarks underscores the stark difference in how the two brothers have processed their grief and their views on the monarchy. Could this divergence in their responses be a reflection of the deeper rift between them? Or is it simply a result of their differing roles and responsibilities within the royal family? Meanwhile, the public's reaction has been equally complex. Many see Charles's admission as too little, too late, questioning why it took so long for him to acknowledge Diana's struggles. Critics argue that while his remarks may be heartfelt, they fall short of addressing the deeper issues surrounding the royal family's treatment of Diana and the circumstances of her death. Others, however, view his comments as a necessary step toward healing and reconciliation, both for the family and for the monarchy itself. Diana's death remains one of the most painful and controversial moments in royal history, not just for the unanswered questions surrounding the Paris car crash, but for what it symbolized. A young woman crushed under the weight of institutional expectations and media intrusion. Charles now faces the delicate challenge of balancing his role as king with the need to confront the shadows of his past. Will his admission help the monarchy move forward, or will it reopen wounds that never fully healed? Kate Middleton's role in the royal family. Kate Middleton, now the Princess of Wales, has gracefully stepped into her role as one of the most admired and influential members of the British royal family. Since marrying Prince William in 2011, Kate has carefully balanced the weight of royal duties with her desire to maintain a sense of normality for her family, a principle inspired by her late mother-in-law, Princess Diana. Diana once famously insisted that Prince William and Prince Harry experience life beyond the confines of royal privilege, and Kate has embraced a similar approach with her own children, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. Alongside Prince William, she has made deliberate choices to shield their children from the pressures of royal life, moving the family to a more modest home in Windsor, away from the grandeur of Kensington Palace, and raising them without live-in staff. This intentional effort to give their children a grounded upbringing while preparing them for their extraordinary future echoes Diana's legacy and raises an intriguing question. Could this modern parenting style shape a new generation of royals, better equipped for the challenges of the modern world? Beyond her role as a mother, Kate has become a symbol of resilience and stability within the royal family, particularly during times of tension and change. Her focus on causes such as mental health, early childhood development, and family welfare has highlighted her commitment to using her platform to make a meaningful impact. With initiatives like the Early Years program, Kate has worked to address the vital importance of early childhood on lifelong well-being, earning admiration for her dedication to social issues that go beyond the traditional expectations of royal duties. Her ability to connect with people, whether through her charitable work or her approachable public image, has garnered comparisons to Diana's ability to touch hearts across the globe. Yet, unlike Diana, Kate has carefully navigated the intense pressures of royal life with a quiet, composed demeanor, making her a stabilizing force within the monarchy. But how does Kate manage to balance the relentless public scrutiny with her responsibilities as a mother, wife, and future queen?
Both William and I have seen that many young people are struggling to cope with the impact of bullying, bereavement, domestic violence, family breakdown, and more.
Within the royal household, Kate's diplomacy has also been crucial. Known for her calm and thoughtful nature, She has reportedly played a key role in trying to mediate the ongoing rift between Prince William and Prince Harry. Once close to Harry, Kate's relationship with him has reportedly grown distant following his and Meghan Markle's departure from royal duties and the subsequent fallout. Despite her efforts to encourage reconciliation, the tension between the brothers appears to have only deepened. Can Kate's natural diplomacy and quiet influence eventually help mend this fractured relationship? Or are the differences between the brothers now irreparable? Kate Middleton's role in the royal family goes far beyond her public image. She represents continuity and modernity, balancing the traditions of the monarchy with a forward-thinking approach that resonates with the public. As the future queen consort, Kate is carving out a legacy of compassion, strength, and humility, showing that even within the constraints of royal life, it is possible to bring meaningful change. Her ability to maintain her poise under pressure, raise her children with a sense of normality, and champion important causes has made her an indispensable part of the monarchy. Whether guiding her children, supporting her husband, or addressing societal issues, Kate has proven herself to be a vital figure in shaping the future of the royal family. The future of the monarchy. The future of the British monarchy stands at a crossroads, balancing centuries of tradition with the pressures of modernity. With King Charles III now on the throne, the monarchy faces a critical moment in its history, as public expectations grow and calls for transparency and relevance become louder. Charles, often at the center of controversy, has taken steps to address lingering issues, including his recent admission of regret over Princess Diana's struggles. While this may seem like an attempt to reconcile with the past, it raises key questions. Is the monarchy capable of evolving to meet the demands of a changing world, or will its history of secrecy and tradition hold it back? Much of the monarchy's future rests on the shoulders of the next generation, particularly Prince William and Princess Kate, who have already begun crafting a more modern, relatable image for the royal family. Their emphasis on charity work, environmental initiatives, and raising their children, George, Charlotte, and Louis, with a strong sense of normalcy, reflects a shift toward a more grounded and accessible monarchy. But can these efforts truly secure the institution's future in a world where younger generations are increasingly questioning its relevance? William and Kate's approach to royal life, inspired in many ways by Princess Diana's values, has brought hope to those who view them as symbols of modernization. Their decision to move out of Kensington Palace to a more modest home, away from the grandeur of royal life, exemplifies their effort to bridge the gap between royal privilege and the everyday lives of the people they serve. However, the ongoing rift between William and Harry threatens to overshadow this progress. Harry's departure from royal duties and his public criticisms of the institution have highlighted deep divisions within the family. Can these wounds be healed, or will the growing distance between them serve as a reminder of the challenges the monarchy faces in staying united and relevant? Public support for the monarchy remains another critical factor. While many admire the institution's charitable efforts and historical significance, others view it as outdated and question its role in a modern democracy. Younger generations, in particular, are less connected to royal traditions, and some believe the monarchy must prove it can adapt or risk fading into irrelevance. The rise of social media and increasing public scrutiny mean that the royal family's actions are more visible than ever, leaving little room for missteps. Ultimately, the future of the monarchy depends on its ability to evolve while maintaining its core purpose. As King Charles leads this transitional period, and as William and Kate prepare to take on greater responsibilities, the royal family must find a way to remain relevant in a rapidly changing world. Can the monarchy adapt to reflect the values of a more progressive society, or will it struggle to keep pace with the times? The coming years will be pivotal in determining whether the British monarchy continues to thrive or becomes a relic of the past. For now, the world is watching closely, and the decisions made today will shape the legacy of the monarchy for generations to come.